Yeah, Wednesday. That means it's power rankings day. We have some movement, not in the top 5, but in the other 5 slots in the 10 ranked teams. Dropping out of the power rankings is where I want to start. 4 teams from last week tumbled their way right on out of the top 10. Green Bay, in a loss, falls out of the top 10. Not really because they looked so bad, but because Jordan Love's hurt. Can't rank you. Sorry.
Brother.
If he comes back and he's healthy, they'll make their way back in. But for now, they're out.
And who's his backup?
Malik Willis apparently is the starter if Jordan Love can't get medically cleared. That will not go well.
Love the brother next to you.
All right.
Green Bay tumbles
So
out.
good.
Cincinnati tumbles out of the power rankings after a disgusting loss to New England. The New York Jets, they tumble on out.
Jets are terrible. Okay.
And the 4th team to fall out of the top 10, the Baltimore Ravens.
That's so
Now,
bad.
can I
Oh, my
explain
God.
why?
Oh,
No, Norling, that's just bad.
Oh, my God.
This was a difficult decision for me
Damn it.
because they lost by a toenail. But here's your problem. If they're going to run Lamar 15, 16 times a game, he's not going to make it to week 10. That offense is not sustainable. Great, you lost weight and you're quick. He took a ton of hits. He carried the ball more than Derrick Henry. Why'd you sign him? That worries me. That is not a sustainable model of offense.
Bill Polian joins us on Kap and J. Bill, how are you?
No, it's not even a shot. He's effective.
He's a running back.
He can run the ball. I'm just making the point. If he's going to carry it 15 times, he's your starting quarterback. You can't let him take hits like that.
Brother. Love the brother next to you.
We understand, Shea. Once again, Polian jumped. Huh?
What is the other Eberflus cut that he plays back there all the time? Dragon Slayer.
Dragon Slayer.
That's it.
Right?
We got some good stuff for him.
Love the brother next to you.
We got to play some of that for Eberflus. Not after a loss.
Oh, God.
But when he comes on with us, go, coach. I know you're all about ball, but guess what?
No.
We have some fun with you, man.
No, let's not do that.
I'm going to.
You can't. I had the board.
I'm going to move that machine over. I'm going to come in the middle of the
good
night
luck.
and rewire it over here.
Then the studio will be broken for a week.
Yeah, you put that out there. He'll be on at 3:15 next week.
Wow.
Here's Shea Norling.
All right, at number 10, moving up in the rankings from unranked last week. You're going to get mad at me. The Indianapolis Colts. Anthony Richardson
You know what?
was awesome
tired
in
of this.
delivering deep balls. I believed in him in this offseason. I believed in the Colts. Narrow loss at home to Houston, but what they have looks good. Shane Steichen is the play caller. I think it only gets better from here. And frankly, it was tough going beyond 10 teams. A lot of good teams lost, and a lot of bad teams just looked really bad.
You're still giving the Colts, you're still keeping the light on for the Colts. Still believe Richardson will be a guy.
That throw he made the other day was, for me, the best play of the week.
It was
It
incredible.
was incredible. But again, those are just glimpses. Okay. Shea pretends like he didn't see it with Florida, like I did.
I was out on him, but I was out on Justin Herbert at Oregon too, and I was wrong on that.
I was wrong on Herbert. And by the way, Herbert might as well just close the gate on Herbert. They're running the football. Keep your arm in your pocket. We're running the football. We're running the football first, run the football second. That's how Harbaugh likes to do it.
And you know what? That was vintage Michigan football because they did not run the ball successfully at all for 3 quarters, but they stuck with it and ended up punching Vegas in the face in the 4th.
That's what you're going to see from Harbaugh all season. Because that's what he does, Cap. He likes the old school. That's the way he was raised.
That's why he drafted Joe Alt. He's got bookend tackles, Slater and Alt. Let's go.
Run left, run right. That's the way he does it.
Yep.
Colts, and then 9?
9, Tampa Bay. I was really impressed with their offense. Baker throwing 4 touchdowns. The wide receivers they have a lot of talent up front. Tristan Wirfs on that offensive line. They looked really good.
Number 8, Shea.
Number 8's the Miami Dolphins, who came back against Jacksonville. Tyreek Hill, 80-yard touchdown. Mike McDaniel calling that offense among the best play callers in the league. I'm a little concerned with what went down in the first half, but coming back in the second half and pitching a shutout against Trevor Lawrence and the Jags, that was good. I'll take it for Miami.
Amazing what happens when you have adversity hours before the game. Now, by the way, when I have my touchdown and I'm going to score a touchdown, hey, Waddle, arrest me in the end zone.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, that's really calling your shot. Like, yeah, I'm going to get a touchdown. Don't forget the touchdown dance now. Our little thing we're going to do. You're getting, oh, yeah, I'm scoring. You will? Oh, yeah.
And when I score, I want you to put me in cuffs and call me by my last name.
There's going to be something, Cap, that Dolphins team. Can they win in the playoffs? I believe they could be a playoff team this year. What are they going to do when they get there? Because the talent's there.
They have talent, that's for sure.
Colts, Tampa, Dolphins, and then?
At 7, moving up from unranked, the Dallas Cowboys. They'd be higher, but I was not really impressed with Dak. Brandon Aubrey bailed them out of a lot of unsuccessful short fields. That could be a recipe for success this season. I don't know. I'm a little wary of banking on a team with a kicker to just kick field goals and win games. If the Browns had any competency at all in their offense, that would have been closer.
The Steelers like to have a word, by the way.
God, speaking of which,
I'm talking about just kicking field goals and not moving the ball.
And got it done. Let me tell you something. Dak is going to be one of the finalists for MVP. So relax in there,
he
Spunky.
better be better than he was on Sunday. Just as an aside, the Falcons are not in the top 10, but did you see the numbers on Kirk Cousins?
I did.
It was the least he's moved on dropbacks by over a full yard in his career. His average movement on dropbacks was like 3.7 yards, which basically means he's doing the 5-step drop and stopping. Perfect statue. He's uncomfortable. His Achilles is still bothering him. He can't move. That is an actual problem for Atlanta.
This is going to be okay for Atlanta, though, Cap, because they're going to be at the Eagles and against the Chiefs next.
Yeah,
they'll be just fine.
Enjoy. 0-3.
Wow. Now, again, this show had them in the playoffs, and it still could happen. I'm just saying the start, the Steeler game, they need the Steeler game. They should have beat the Steelers at home at Mercedes-Benz. That's ridiculous.
Yeah, that's
to lose.
That's a joke.
But you lost, and now it's going to be at the Eagles and against the Chiefs. So long, everybody.
Thanks for coming. Have a good day.
Yeah.
0-3.
Whew. All right. So
maybe they'll shock the world, Hoodie. Maybe they'll shock the world.
Maybe. Dallas 7-6.
The Philadelphia Eagles move up 3 spots from 9 last week to 6. Impressive win. Bizarre Friday night neutral site in Brazil. Jalen Hurts wasn't great for the majority of the game, but they found a way.
I like the idea that football games are played in football stadiums. That whole thing in Brazil, by the way, Shea, Cap, Jay Moore, was nonsense. First of all, the Friday night game was almost like a rogue game. Like you're not supposed to be seeing it. It's on a Friday night. The video and audio wasn't great. It was a little grainy at times in Brazil. And the idea that you're going to have the best athletes in the world play on that surface is nonsense.
It was just dumb, poorly contrived. It really was. And I would bet you that, in fact, I'm already hearing, the Players Association is going to say to Goodell, you want us to cooperate on certain things and help you with certain things? We want no substandard fields, period.
No rugby game, no soccer game 5 days before. We need a nice, clean surface, a playable surface. So we're not ripping up our knees and stuff on this nonsense because you got us in this country in which we can't even go outside, can't even kick it in Brazil.
That's correct.
Ridiculous. You want to grow the game. You'll never be the NBA, NFL. I know you want to be the global game. That's basketball. You know why it works? It's indoors.
Correct. Weather isn't a factor. The courts are all the same.
Number 5, Shea.
Number 5, the Buffalo Bills. No movement. 4 total touchdowns for Josh Allen. Asking him to cover a touchdown against Arizona was always going to be difficult in the opening week. They managed to win that game. It was a backdoor cover for Arizona. They could have won by multiple scores. It doesn't bother me. Buffalo stays at 5.
Johnny, were you sweating that out a little bit? Arizona with a good lead early, and then Josh Allen just took the game over.
Nah, I was good.
You don't understand what that looked like early, though. That was not good. Early,
well, knowing his history, we always got a shot.
Bears fan, Josh Allen fan.
That's right.
You gotta love it.
That's it.
Allen said, "You know what? I don't need Diggs. I'll just helicopter my way into the end zone.
I will do it myself."
Yeah, that was what was so impressive about that game to me, though, was they got down early, and a lot of times we've seen the Bills get down like that and fold. And Josh Allen, a kind of different version of himself, said, I'm doing this myself. I'm going back to what I do well. I'm running the football. James Cook, you want touchdowns? Sorry, I'm running them in.
Now we talk about primetime football. Cap with a good matchup on Amazon. Buffalo, Miami, Thursday.
Can't wait.
Very good.
Let's go.
Very good game. Tells a great story. They'll be all banged up and everything because the NFL doesn't care about safety and all that. They do care about money. But the point is, though, that Buffalo, Miami on the surface, that should be a fantastic game for Al Michaels to call.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that game. What do we have Friday, Norling?
No Friday game.
I know. Sad.
Yeah, it's it was a Friday game every week now.
Oh, I'd take it in a second.
I think that the NFL did something funky there where it's like we could stream the games on Fridays, but I don't think the networks wanted to have a Friday night game.
So the law.
Is that the law?
Yeah, well, Congress has a law to protect high school and college football on Fridays. After, I think it's the 8th of September.
It's the second Saturday or something.
Yeah,
They can't
the
do.
Browns
So that was the
Lions are
reason.
Playing Friday night.
Right.
In
So they're
Uzbekistan.
out now. They
That's
can't
what
play on
What
Friday.
did you say, Tommy? What did you say? Pakistan? What's that?
No, I said Uzbekistan.
Oh,
I don't know. I was
Pakistan.
making up a country. I was just saying that
It was
Friday they're still gonna have a
Uzbekistan.
game.
What channel is that on, Tommy?
Oh, that's something you can pay $15 a game for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
It's on Tubi.
Ravens, Raiders, in Belarus.
Yes, there you go.
And
That's right.
somehow, some way, Waddle will get himself in to do the post game for that.
The Bears and the Packers will meet in Belarus at 1 a.m. And it's only going to cost you $49.99 to watch.
And guess what?
Love it.
And guess what, Tommy? That draws a 40 share.
I'd be there.
A 40 share, Tommy. Bills 5 and then 4.
4 is the Houston Texans. No change from last week. They won a tight one, divisional game in Indianapolis. Impressive win. Bears on Sunday night.
Next one.
Detroit at 3. Again,
Detroit.
no change. But the overtime win, punching the Rams in the face, living on their offensive line. Impressive. Stay at 3.
2.
San Francisco, no change. They stay right at 2 after beating the brakes off the Jets.
Mm-hmm.
And at 1, where they will be until they give me a reason not to do it, is
The
the
Bears.
Kansas City Chiefs.
Oh,
They're amazing.
Good job, Bears.
oh, beg your pardon. Kansas City, yeah.
They're incredible.
How about just a team, Tommy, that will just stay wedded to the run? Detroit says, I've been telling Cap, Dave Montgomery might not be the best running back in the NFL, but he gives a damn.
Well, you know what, Jonathan, as well, like I thought it was a great decision by their offense coordinator, Ben Johnson, because at that point, look, I don't think starters are capable of playing 60 minutes in week 1 to begin with. But when you go into overtime as well, you have to understand that the other team is probably a little gassed. You may be as well. But if you're dictating policy, yeah, I thought it was a really, what was it, 8 plays and 7 of them were runs.
Oh, my God.
It was a thing of beauty. If you like
Thing
smash
of
mouth
beauty.
football. Yeah.
Man.
Especially if you had a same game parlay and all you needed was David Montgomery in the end.
Don't pollute the beauty of the greatest game on the planet.
Oh, if they didn't have gambling, the ratings would be in half.
I didn't say that, Cap. I'm saying in this particular moment, you tied it to gambling, and it didn't need the tie to gambling for all of us to.
Oh, it just felt like, a good glass of wine going down.
In the hood
so
cave, I'm going to start doing, Tommy, is just take the HD out of the TV when I watch the Chargers and the Lions, and just take me back to a good day when
Rub a little bit of dirt on your TV screen.
just a standard def.
And I know, Cap, you hate Jim Harbaugh's approach to things. I get it.
Runs
But
a football.
You
Hold on,
can't-
I don't like the word hate.
Okay,
we
you're
take
right.
that
My
out.
bad.
Except the Cardinals.
Right.
Waddle, you don't know him well enough to say he hates anything.
Yeah.
That's weird. Yeah, that's weird too.
Yeah,
I
okay.
don't have enough energy. in
Thanks,
my body.
Bernstein.
Shit.
Um,
I'm just saying, like
I
every time
respect Jim. I just didn't like how he comported himself with
That's
all the
fine.
nonsense
That's fine.
last
You're a
year.
hater. Every time you
Wow.
think that he's not going to win, he wins.
Yeah.
Like, would they have 1 first down in the first half or something crazy like that? They ended up winning by 12 points.
And still running the football. It's the best.
It's
I mean, Justin Herbert ends up being like the Maytag repairman.
yeah, well, that's what's going to happen when you bring Greg Roman in to run basically a running offense with a quarterback that has been paid $250 million. And Jim's like, I don't care. I'm going to run the ball.
It's the best. I enjoy it a lot. All right, so Waddle Wednesday. We'll talk more with Tommy coming up next.